Part 2. On the last part we saw the female student was about to invite Dahyun. And now, we came back to the present scenario. At noon, in a karaoke, one of the female student was offering cigarettes to Dahyun. But she said she is fine. And refused. Jaehyun got angry and came out to see what the owner of the place was doing. But he heard some people discussing near the door. It's Lee Sang-yeol, a second-year senior, bully. He was say, "Are you sure about that new girl?" They were thinking of doing something to Dahyun. Jaehyun heard it, and ran back to Dahyun. He stood in front of her, and said, "Let's go Dahyun." He kept on repeating, "Let's go Dahyun. Get up." He tried to grab her hands. But he couldn't. He was thinking, what should he do now? Then he remembered, once there was a kid, who could see him. Someone like the Grim Reaper. He ran out, and then shouted, "Help, can anyone hear me? My daughter is in danger." He tried to ask a policeman, but he just passed through them. He ran further, shouting, yelling. He was very nervous. Then suddenly a voice came. "Are you okay?" That boy could see him. Jaehyun asked, "You can see me?" The boy was shocked, but he replied, "Yes." Jaehyun jumped at him and asked, "Please help my daughter." And suddenly, Jaehyun a pair of feet, and his hands. And then he realized, he has possessed his body. He was confused, but he remembered Dahyun was in danger. He threw his phone and ran back to the karaoke. At karaoke the bullies were offering soju to Dahyun, but she refused to drink. She said, she has to go home. When she was about to leave, the bully grabbed her hand. "Stop playing hard to get you." Dahyun was scared. She asked him to let her go. But the bully said, "Go ahead, if you can." They had blocked the door. The bully at the door was smiling. But suddenly someone barged into the room. He kicked the second bully on the face. Lee Sang-yeol was confused. A fire extinguisher crashed on face, and Jaehyun rushed on him and kept punching his face. Everyone was shocked. Then one of the girls asked, "Who are you? Why are you beating my friends?" Jaehyun suddenly stopped his punch. "I am," questioned himself, "me? Who am I?" He thought, he can't say he was Dahyun's father. Then he opened his mouth and said, "I am her boyfriend." Everyone was even more confused. Then the bully said, "Catch them." Jaehyun shouted, "Dahyun, run." After running very far away, Jaehyun asked Dahyun, "Are you okay? Where are you hurt somewhere?" But Dahyun asked, "How do you know my name?" He was confused and thinking what he should answer. But Dahyun thought, and said, "You look like you're around my age. But the way you speak reminds me of a grown man." He said he will drop her home. And suddenly Dahyun asked, "How do you know our house password?" Jaehyun unconsciously had typed the password. He flustered and ran off saying bye-bye. Dahyun was a little confused. On the other side, Jaehyun was thinking what happened to him. He is in someone else's body. And where is he supposed to go? He was thinking, who is the owner of this body? Doesn't he have a phone? He remembered, he threw it while running back then. As a living person, Jaehyun felt hunger after a long period. Suddenly his body ached. And at the next morning, Glasses greeted, "King of being late, Harjoken, how are you here today?" The Glasses was, Siwoo-hoo, he is obsessed with explaining things, and is in charge of cuteness. He plays the character who's best friends with the main character. Hajun asked, "Have you ever find yourself suddenly walking to somewhere, and forgot how you walked there?" "And I lost my phone and AirPods too." Glasses said, "Are you pretending to be a crazy person, so that teacher will let you go?" Suddenly Dahyun shows up. They both look at each other. Dahyun didn't knew he was in his class. Hajun continued talking to Glasses. Dahyun thought, did he just ignored me? She thought, is he a different person? She looked at the other side. The girls were discussing that he was the guy. Suddenly we see Hajun falling. The bullies from yesterday showed up. They looked very angry. The yellow hair grabbed him and beat him up. Hajun said, "I think there is a misunderstanding." But the bully said, "Who are you fooling? Everyone was talking about the incident yesterday." Jaehyun saw him getting beaten up. and was thinking what to do. The yellow hair punched Hajun in the stomach. Hajun was confused and asked, "Why are you doing this?" They said some more beating will make him remember. The yellow face punched him. But Hajun caused his punch. Everyone was shocked. Jaehyun said, "Your parents send you to school to study, and you go around as bullies. Today let me beat you up." Bonus. On their way to the karaoke, Jaehyun remembered watching the back of her young daughter walking alone. It always made his heart hurt. She suffered so much because of it. She used to be so lonely. That's how she grew up till now. But now she finally have friends. Jaehyun was happy for her daughter. Dahyun was happy as well. #meme reference.